Well, guys, I did some hunting this morning, and I saw a couple deer. Fortunately, I bumped a couple going in. Couldn't get anything in range. Uh, got down, did some quick little scouting. Saw some fresh grapes, some scat and signs and stuff like that. And I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna take the rest of the day because the wind started picking up and everything, and just go do some quick shed hunting, light shed hunting. Nothing where I want to go in and blow deer out, but just kind of scour some fields or some areas where I can kind of observe without going in too deep. And because a lot of these bucks I'm seeing are still holding, but I figured just get out and see what I can find. And we're getting ready to walk up on the first shed of 2024, baby, and it is a good one. All right, this is it. We're going in for the pick. Here we go. Oh man, look at that sucker. Whew. Is that a good shed or what? I mean, look at those tines right there, man. Figured they're pretty long. At least an 8-inch tine, I think. Heck, from my wrist to the tip of my finger there. More than my wrist, I don't know. Well, there you have it. First shed, 2024. And it's a freaking good one, baby. Gonna scour this field, see if I can pick up a couple more, and I'm gonna try to get out tomorrow morning one last time, do some flintlock hunting. I think my dog's gonna be a little upset with me that I didn't bring her today. Anyway, let's get to walking, baby. You guys can't really tell, but this is a bed right here. It's in all this brushy shit that transitions to these pines here, and then opens up to hardwoods. So it's kind of like right on a transition line, but it's real thick and brushy in here. And this is like the type of area, it's secluded, it's isolated, and it'd be a good spot for, a buck or a group of bucks to just kind of hang out and possibly lose their antlers. This is pretty isolated little area right here. Just another spot where I'll probably do a couple of circles in here, see if I can find a horn. What's going on, guys? We out here. Another day, another shed. This one's actually from last year. Must have walked right past it because I searched this area last year, but anyway, I'm out here with the dog and see if we can find a couple sheds this morning. Keep you guys posted. Just coming up the hill here, spotted this white horn. Can't really tell. It's either an old shed or it might be from last year too. Big shed though. Here we go. Going in for the pick. Holy moly. Man, that's a freaking hammer. You know what though? I'm pretty sure this is from last year, and this is the shed. This is the matching side to the shed I found last year, probably about 35 yards from here. I found a shed with a lot of mass and crab claws, kind of just like that, and I bet this is a matching side. Man, that's freaking awesome, dude. Can't believe I walked past this last year though too. 2 sheds now. What's up, guys? Just a little tip here. A lot of times when I'm shed hunting in late season, you'll know when there's like a bachelor group of bucks hanging out in a particular area. You get all this fresh rubbing here. This ain't like a real deep rubbing, but you can tell these rubs have been taking place in January, where these bucks kind of congregate, probably browse in here on all this greenbrier, and they're in here just kind of light rubbing their horns. Maybe they're starting to get a little irritated on their head, but when you see stuff like that, that's a good sign to kind of maybe do some circles a little bit and look for sheds, because it kind of tells where, like I said, where buck's been hanging out recently this past month. This right here is another example, so you can see like it's not like a very hard or deep rubbing, but this buck or other bucks, it's a consistent rubbing, which means there's been bucks hanging in this area. What's up, guys? Another day, another shed. Just started walking here with the dog at a spot. Pretty sunny day. You know, sunny days aren't the best days to be shed hunting, honestly, but you know, if you look hard enough, you can still find them. But the key thing is really trying to get that sun to your back as you're kind of moving through the woods, or you know, the fields, whatever you're doing. And my dog split her ear open on a thorn. She's whole freaking side of her head covered in blood. Come here. Come here. River, come. Oh man. Yeah, that ain't too good. And the thing is, she don't stop, she just keeps going, you know, so it's not like she's even giving it time to really stop bleeding. Like I was saying, getting that sun to your back is pretty important on the sunny days. Actually was just standing still. Like a lot of times what I'll do is I'll scan out in front of me, and I'll kind of look close to me, and every once in a while I'll just stop. And I kind of just stopped here for a little bit to call my dog back up the hill towards me, and I took a step to my left, looked down, and we got a little spike shed here. Little spike shed, so sometimes it does pay to just stop and kind of take a quick look, because this is actually probably like the third or fourth shed I've ever found where I just kind of stopped and looked around me, and in close proximity there was a shed lane. So just a little tip with them sunny days, keeping the sun to your back, and every once in a while just stop and look around you. All right guys, so I was kind of grading this top of this ridge back and forth, sun to my back, kind of sun to my face when I go back through. I know I mentioned about keeping the sun to your back, but because of how this was laid out, that's kind of how I've been doing it. So I'm just kind of coming back through, and I hit a spot where there's a big shadow, and I look down to what looks like a balloon, and there is a heck of a shed there that my dog is smelling. Oh, she just got it right now. Bring it here, River. She literally just picked it up. It was sitting right there. Picked it up and brought it to me, but man, this is another good one, guys. So River already picked it up, but we'll finish. Got a little blood on it because of her face there. She's bleeding, but and there you go, another shed, and that's a good one too. Pretty good shed. Not far from this area. I did see two really nice bucks back in around middle of January. Half wonder if this just happens to be one of those bucks. I mean, it's kind of far, but it's not too far away for them to travel, you know what I mean? So that's pretty cool though. Kind of almost resembles one of them that kind of had a main beam that wrapped around, so I don't know. But no, that's a cool shed there, man. Now here's like a real blowdown area, kind of cozy winter bedding habitat in here, and you know, I like looking in between blowdowns like this in these little corner spots, because those deer, they'll bed in there with cover to their back, especially them bucks, and then you never know, they could just drop some horns in here. And so when you get around all these blowdowns like this, I like to really make sure I'm kind of looking in those corner spots where they could be bedded. I'm on a bit of a dry spell here now. Haven't found shed for a little bit. Still only got these two right here. So what I did up top that ridge is I kind of continued to make my way down and just kind of zigzag back and forth on that top. And now I'm getting ready to comb out this south facing slope. And what I'll do is I'll just kind of do the same thing, but instead of doing it like I was on up top, now I'm kind of doing it on the, you know, the south facing slope here. So keeping this sun right here off to my left shoulder kind of helps me look along this bank as I'm moving through here, checking these blowdowns, these real brushy spots. So hopefully we can scoop up another one before we get back to the truck. All right, so I was just talking about combing that this side out here, and I think it might be from last year. It looks like an older spike horn or something like that, but check it out. It's got some chew marks on it. Oh, got another one. Small one, but it's another one. Oh, that was it for today, guys. Found that one last little spike shed there, and made my way down to a creek. Tried to wash my dog's head and neck off, covered in blood. Got her in the back seat here. She's pretty whooped. I had to take a bandana there and try to wrap it around her head and up against her ear there to keep it from keeping blood everywhere. I don't know what, if that was a thorn or what, but it was bleeding the entire walk. Even when we got back in the truck, it was still bleeding. But anyway, I'm gonna try and get out this weekend, do some traveling to a new area, and put the miles on, baby. See if we can pick up a few more. It's basically what I'll be doing this month. Just keep scouting and busting out some tree work and find some bones, baby. But see you guys on the next walk. What's up, guys? Another day, another walk. Got the dog with me today. About 7:30, 50 degrees. We're in the state of Delaware. We're gonna be walking some state land, me and the dog. And of course, see if we can find some fresh bone laying on the ground. I think it's like February 22nd or 23rd. So these bucks down here might still be holding for how mild the winter's been. So we'll see what happens though. Either way, get some scouting in. All right, guys. I'm in Maryland today with the dog. Just got back into this spot, getting ready to go across this creek crossing that I actually wanted to check out. And this is a perfect example of why you should always check heavy creek crossings or crossings through swamps where there's a lot of jerking movement, you know, that bucks do with their head. I swear I did not set this up, but there's a shed laying right here on this creek crossing. See it right there, I think. So let's go check it out. So you see there's a heavy creek crossing right here. And this shed's laying right next to it. I mean, it's been here for a while. This actually could have even got washed down from upstream because it's got a lot of gravel on it. But still, you know, you should always check them creek crossings because that's where deer do a lot of jerky movements with their head coming off of this hill or something and can knock the horn off of them. First one today. Well guys, that's a wrap for today. I hit up Delaware there first half. Didn't find any sheds down there. Found deadhead, small one. See some good sign, some scrapes, some rubs, but I didn't find no sheds. Did run into a guy named Steve, super cool dude. Realized there's people who shed hunt, and then there's people that absolutely live for it. I mean, that guy has an incredible collection of sheds and has found some really big sheds over the years. You know, so super cool dude. Hopefully, maybe one day we can meet up, do some shed hunt together. But shout out to Maryland. Found that shed there on a creek crossing. Found a deadhead, and then just kind of walked around and didn't really find anything else. So pretty beat. Go home, get something to eat, do some tree work this weekend, and I'll be back at it next week. And we'll see what we find. Still got some time here before turkey season rolls in. A lot of time. What's up, guys? Just kind of walking out this, been grid searching back and forth this thick area back in here. Just kind of going outside the thicket back and forth, and eventually gonna make my way through the thicket. Kind of see it gets real thick back in there, so I just kind of been going back and forth, and eventually I'll go up and down this way, that thicket. Anyway, I got a shed here. Looks like a nice 3-point or 4-point size. Just kind of making my way back through and happened to look over and seen it there, so going for a pick here. Oh, actually looks pretty fresh. There's still some slight blood stain there. It's a good size 4-point size, or a 4-point shed there. Could be a good buck next year. Heck yeah, baby. Surprised River didn't try and pick this up. I tried to put her on her, but anymore she just wants to run rabbits and birds. All right, well, see if we can find another one. I just found this rub right here. And I mean, you can see he just dug. Dude, that's wide, man. I mean, that's a big head deer. And big old blocky head on him. Rubbing that stuff up. See guys, I was just coming up the hill here. And I got the sun to my back, and that sun is hitting that little horn, sticking out of the ground perfectly. Now that horn is from last year, you can tell because it's completely covered in all that grass, but that's why sometimes it's important to get the sun right. Every angle that you come through the woods could mean the difference between spotting a horn and not seeing a horn at all. Because there's a lot of times where I've walked past a horn, came back through a different direction, and then noticed it because maybe the sun or the color or something. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick this horn up, see what it is. Don't look too big. Yep. Just a little one from last year. Saw that little tip there sticking up. Go home, clean it up. She'll do. Keep looking here before I gotta get going. Really trying just, I haven't even hit the thick part of this stuff yet. Just kind of been staying on the outside searching. Looks like here we still got a fresh scrape. Getting hit hard. Trying to get that last doe. Alright guys, I was just making my way back through. Got the sun off my left shoulder here. Looked right into the crevice of this tree here with this grass. I don't know if this buck just lost his horn because he was trying to rub, but it's kind of in there, and we're gonna check it out and see how fresh it is. It's actually from this year, it looks like. It looks fresh too, man. Oh yeah, it's a freshie. Yep. There's a rub on this tree right here. Assuming he was rubbing it. And it just came right off. Fell down right in that little crevice. Once again, got that sun to my back. I was able to really pick out that whiteness. And this is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth horn I found today. The second one from this year. I found another one that I haven't showed you guys yet. It's all chewed up. That was from last year too. So keep looking here and see what else we can get. Well guys, I was just coming through this trail leading through this swamp here. Pretty beat trail, goes around to this tree right here. Now I looked up, right there off the side of the trail. See the trail right there. There's a horn laying there. Yeah, baby. Just got in here too. So, see if we can find any more. Alright guys, I just got to this big pine tree, which as I was coming, I seen this little horn poking out here. It's not a big one, but makes me wonder, like, did this deer bed underneath this pine tree and it fall off? It's pretty old though. Might be from last year, maybe the year before. But we'll take it, I guess, right? I found another old one too on a creek crossing from last year, but just kind of been zigzagging through this swamp back and forth. So this will be number 3 now. Almost done here. Gotta check along this creek and go back up through, kind of on the other side where I found the first one, and that'll be that. So jumped a couple deer in here. Alright guys, well hopefully you enjoyed that video. Since then I haven't really been doing much shed hunting. A little bit, went out one time, that was about it. Found a couple more sheds, mostly some old ones. As you can tell, it's gotten very green lately. It started actually pretty early this year. Usually don't typically start till like mid-April, just before mid-April. And this year it started getting green right around mid-March. But hopefully you guys enjoyed that shed hunt video. First time I ever did something like that, some scouting. And it's just kind of things that I do in the off season there. I haven't been shed hunting that long, but it's kind of a fun thing to do. Get outside, get active, bring the dog, whatever. Most of the time I look for new spots to hunt in the off season. While I'm here though, I have had a couple questions from friends and other people about my bike and the cameras I started using this year. I'm not pushing these products, but this is a Reveal Tacticam, and for the price, it's a really good camera. I just do the basic plan, so I get like 250 photos a month off of one camera. And unless you run it on HD mode, sometimes your pictures might be a little blurry, but usually you can still tell. That's only like depends on like the day or the conditions too, if or if something's running. But for the most part, you can tell if you got a big buckle camera or if it's worth pursuing. So overall, yeah, it is a really good camera. And it was my first time ever running them in the hunting season. Typically, I only run cameras from mid-July to the beginning of September, and then I pull them because after that, deer kind of become more sporadic with the pressure and everything like that. But it gave me a pretty good perspective on human pressure and deer movement in certain areas. And so overall, yeah, that's a pretty good camera.
And as far as my bike goes, the Himaway Zebra. Himaway is not the biggest name as far as hunting goes. You hear a lot of different names, but I will say it is a very reliable bike. This bike can hold up to 300, 350 pounds, something like that. So I carry a lot of gear on this. Actually carried a deer out with it. Very reliable bike. On a single charge, you can go a couple days or put on a lot of miles and get there very quickly. I even had it out in snow and it surprisingly did pretty good. Overall though, yeah, it's a very good bike, and it's got a protective battery housing right in here. So unlike most of your bikes are kind of exposed, this one's inside, protected from the elements, which is like one of the other reasons why I wanted it. And it's got a couple other cool features. You can go on their website and check it out. The only downfall about the bike, I would honestly say, is it weighs a little bit more than most bikes. But for the price of this bike compared to other hunting bikes, this is a very reliable and good bike. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Like I said, coming up here soon, the Maryland turkey season opens up, and we're going to get out after them turkeys. I know Jason's boy Coop out in Kansas already got it done, and hopefully we can kind of bring you guys some more content. Don't forget to like, subscribe, tell your buddies, and we'll probably do some fishing and bow fishing in the off season, and just keep thinking about deer season, man, and get prepared for that. So I'll see you guys next time.